Mr. Joey Diaz, everybody, let him hear it. Uncle Joey.
Thank you very much for coming tonight. I know you guys had a lot of shit going on. You had the Republican convention and whatever the fuck is on, but the hell with that fake shit. I'm happy you guys came out tonight. This is Testicle Testaments, and I've been doing it for a couple months, right? And what Testicle Testament was the answer to vagina monologues. I had this idea. I did about 15 years ago, I had this idea, Testicle Testaments, and what it basically was a bunch of guys getting together and talking about what made them a man. Not like when you fucked a neighbor, or nothing of that stupid shit, or you watch your grandmother give a blowjob, none of that shit. When you became a man, like something happens in your head, something triggered you, So Testicle Testaments, I've been doing it for a while, and I gotta be honest with you guys, like I've been coming up here and telling stories or whatever. They were great stories and they're interesting, but tonight is the true Testicle Testament. So I'm happy you came out tonight, and tonight is fucking murky waters again. So if you're in the mood to laugh and you're against violence, leave now. Go watch a Disney movie or something, because we're getting down tonight, you understand me? It's really weird how when you're a kid, you fuck up, and when we fuck up, we hurt people, and we usually hurt a lot of people that we love. Not on fucking purpose. We just do things, They tell us not to do something, and we do it, and it really hurts them, and we forget it's a long life, and then comes a day we have to make good. We got a receipt, you have to make good. And hey, listen, we've all fucked people, Some we wanted to, and some by mistake. You do. Sometimes you say something or an action and people take it the wrong way. And it's really hard to get their trust back or to get their love back, And in 2006, I had an experience where I hate watching myself, guys. I hate my voice. I hate everything about me, all right? So let's get this out of the way. I don't sit at home and watch tapes. People give me tapes I do of movies and I just throw them away. I hate going to premieres, all that shit, because I can't stand watching myself. But I had to make a sacrifice because I had hurt somebody early on, and I wanted to prove to him. And it wasn't with the movie. I just wanted to show him that I had done something. So I went over there and I showed him The Longest Yard. In 2006, it came out on DVD, and he didn't speak no English. He speaks only Spanish, a little bit of broken English. And I kept looking at his face, And as I kept looking at his face, I kept seeing that the face that he had when I first had met him, when I was a little boy. And the guy I'm talking about is my stepfather. His name is Juan. My dad died when I was 3. And I'm a crazy little Cuban motherfucker. I was a little spick crazy, and my mom was rich and, white shirt with white shoes and jewelry on, when you're fucking 4 in New York, and I was born in Cuba, and my mother was worried, and she'd put her friends around me, like tough guys from the bar she owned. She owned the bar. And some of them would take me to movies or tell me about women. I was like 4. Like one guy showed me a fucking gun one time, and he's like, this is what you shoot people with. I'm like, what the fuck, what I'm saying? I thought it was like a water gun, But, I had this around me, but you still need a man in your life. And my mother knew that, and I yearned for a fucking father, like we all do. We all yearn for something. And my mother come home one day when I was like 5, and she's like, hey, man, look at these pictures a friend of mine drew for you. And they were beautiful, Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck, and when you're fucking 5, you're like, wow. And I was like a nerd, I like to draw. So this guy was like my idol, and she's like, do you want to meet this guy? And I'm like, fuck yeah, I want to meet him. And she goes, okay, we're gonna take a ride, and meet him, but it's a long ride, And I'm like, all right, fuck it, let's go meet this motherfucker, I want to learn how to draw. So she goes, next week we'll take a ride and go see him. It's a long fucking drive, I go, where does he live? She goes, oh, in New York, we gotta take a drive and all this. All right, so the morning comes, I gotta get up at 6, when you're fucking 5, and you don't know what the fuck's going on. They feed you, and my mother's friend, business partner, drove me, and they like, go to sleep in the car, we'll wake you up when we get there. And I remember waking up and just seeing this dark fucking building, and it was gray, and I was in a gray city, and I was at Sing Sing Correctional Facility, right? This is like a big time fucking prison in New York. And my mom gets me out of the car. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? I didn't know what correction meant. I didn't know shit, But I know what fucking bars, like, so you gotta get in, and I'm like, where the fuck are you taking me, Ma, It's like, I'm taking you to meet this guy. He's a fucking artist. I'm like, fucking in jail? You taking me to I mean, a school or a fucking jail? And she's like, you don't love him. The guy's great. Don't worry about it. So they search you, the whole fucking thing. And you go into this room, and it was like this way, like chairs all around. And I remember the sign that said, no drinking, no smoking, no kissing, and no hugging. And my mother would always go, look at the sign, no fucking, no sucking, no, like to goof with me, So, and my mother was crazy, so we sit down and the guy comes out, he's dressed in his grays, and I'm like, this fucking guy's a prisoner, And she's like, he's my from Cuba. We knew each other when we were kids, and he loves to draw, and hey, he fucked up, whatever, so we're talking, he picks me up, and he puts me over, and I'm like, I like this guy. I mean, I really liked him, I got to talking to him, and he would teach me how to draw right there, so I'm like, Mom, we gotta go up there every fucking weekend, It's like a 5-hour drive from Manhattan. My mom was like, no, we're only gonna go up there once every 3 weeks to see this guy. So I kept going on. I kept going up there to meet him. After 6 months, one day he goes, hey, I'm coming home. What do you want to do when I come home? And I'm like, dog, I want to join karate. There's a karate school on 90th Street in Manhattan, right on the West End. I want to join it. He goes, as soon as I get out of prison, I'll fucking take you to the school and sign you up. I couldn't fucking wait, for months. I would write letters with him. He'd write me back. I'd draw a picture, and he'd draw a picture back. I couldn't fucking write, And finally, fucking July 20th, 1969, most people were waiting for the fucking moon, the guy to land on the moon. I was waiting for my fucking dad to come home. You follow me? I'm going to karate today, bitch. I was going to karate. I don't give a fuck about nothing else. What time is this motherfucker coming home?